AI versus Krusty Krushers here. Both these teams coming off wins. AI just beat Moldy Milkers. Krusty Krushers just beat my squad in the Blazing Magi. So this is going to be kind of maybe a banger here. We'll have to see though. We're going to start on Numbani. Krusty Krushers, I believe, just beat Blazing Magi on Numbani. If I remember right. Maybe I could be wrong. It might actually be the other way around. I could be cooked in the brain. Did we play on Numbani? No, wait. No, my team did not play on Numbani. AI played on Numbani, right? They played on Numbani against Moldy Milkers. Either way, I don't know. My brain's fried. We're on Numbani. One way or the other. Krusty Krusher is going to be on offense first here. AI going to be on that D. We'll see how this goes. Looking like we're going to get 2 Ramatras in this one, and the Ana will be the support pick for AI. So, could have a Rom Hog setup with that Sojourn Mercy Moira. Very strong team coming out of Krusty Krushers. AI on the other side, repping that triple tank as per normal with their Soldier 76, and Ana behind with that support. Choosing the Ana for priority here. Could be an interesting one we see. Gonna get a Ramatra mirror. We will see if Krusty Krushers can push through this first point. Hold Soldier, very strong DPS. And the triple tank composition all around has been very good. Ana gonna stay alive here. Doing a great job of keeping these supports off the res, and Krusty Krushers just gonna fall like dominoes here on this first push. So very good start on the side of AI, holding off Krusty Krushers. Roadhog. This is our last pick overall versus our first pick overall team. So see if the draft strategies are paying off for either of these squads right here and right now. Rom gonna take out that hog. Very good start here for AI. Mercy gonna fall. Soldier putting in some absolute work here, dropping 3 members of Krusty Krushers, and that is going to be very dominant first hold here so far. Already a minute off the clock for Krusty Krushers. They gotta put something together here with this Rom Hog comp. Ana doing a very good amount of healing here. She's up to 1,033. Soldier and Rom putting in a lot of damage for the side of AI. Mercy getting very low. She's going to drop here. Moira's going to go down next. Doom and Soldier making quick work of them. And that is another great Team 5 victory here for AI. They are looking dominant as ever. Almost looking like Season 2 all over again for them. Despite having that last pick overall in the draft, they are looking like a very strong team here. So rolling dice for your draft picks might be a thing of the future. As this funny coachless team is kind of dominating so far in Overbot's Season 3. Of course, they did drop a map to Moldy Milkers, but so far they look very strong here against Krusty Krushers. Romp going to come in here all alone. He's going to get antied and dropped. Doomfist getting very low, so a chance here. Nano Soldier 76, though, going to pick off that Mercy. Nano Soldier going for this hog, gonna find that kill. Soldier's gonna go down eventually. Sigma gonna find it, and Soldier getting the rest of the picks there. This is just looking very good. There will be a tank swap here, so going to say I'm done with this Ramatra stuff and gonna go on to that Orisa pick. We saw this Orisa hog against Blazing Magi. It did very well. See if they can get some value here against this AI team. Yeah, he's putting on quite a show. They have that aimbot to work with here. Sojourn almost up to her overclock. Comes the Roadhog. He is going to get antied after he got slept, so he is all alone on point. However, Sojourn able to find that Ana. Great starting pick. However, Mercy going to be the one to fall first. Sojourn could go down very quickly, although she instead will find a pick, so eventually Krusty Krushers are going to be able to push through on Numbani, but very good hold for AI to start this one off. Surprised Sojourn lived with how little HP she had when she popped that overclock. Does work out for them eventually, though, as they will get an attack started here on Numbani. This Orisa Roadhog composition. When they roll into this, they can look very powerful headed into an enemy squad. Sigma getting very low. He's gonna fall. Soldier all alone up here. Looking at the scrutiny of a Mercy Moira. They're gonna shred through that soldier's health bar. It's getting half HP. Eventually Roadhog will fall. So Soldier just barely ticking down the HP bar until it's gone. Doing work there. Unfortunately, all that's left here for AI is this Ramatra. So it looks like Krusty Krushers are eventually going to be able to push through you here. Krusty Krushers just slowly and methodically pushing through Nimbani. Had a very rough time on that first take, but since they started, they haven't been stopped too much since they got that point. Doing a pretty good job at keeping AI at bay. Doomfist getting down to half HP very quickly. The Sigma ult will only find this Roadhog, not even going to finish him off. Does bring him down into that anti-range, anti-getting him into low HP range, but Sojourn able to put on quite a show here for the side of Krusty Krushers. Their Roadhog Sojourn Mercy comp is going quite hard at the moment. Ramatra gonna get in here pretty deep. He's gonna pop that. I don't even know what that one is called, to be honest. The Ring of Death. The Ring of Gravity. Don't know what it's called. Doomfist gonna fall to the Mercy. And Krusty Krushers just slowly and methodically pushing through AI here. After almost getting full held against the squad. Big hook coming in from the Hog. However, Roadhog's gonna pay for that with his life. Mercy going for the res. She will get this. So Roadhog going to be back in this fight, and it's looking very unfortunate here for the side of AI. They are getting routed as Sojourn has yet another overclock. She is popping off in this one today. And they will continue pushing here. That Orisa creating such an impact on this one. Going to have the Nano online here for the side of AI. They do have a chance to get back into this one. They got the Ramatra ult online as well. See if they can do anything with this Nano. They're going to Nano that Rom immediately. He's going to pop his ultimate. This is probably going to result in a teamfight victory here, if I had to guess, for the side of Ramatra. However, Res coming through here, and maybe I spoke too soon. A little bit of clutch done by Krusty Krushers, and they will eventually get through with a minute 25. So almost getting full held turns into a blistering fast push on Nimbani. Krusty Krushers looking like a very strong team this season. They did wipe the floor with my squad, and now they're looking to do the same to AI here, it seems. Doing very good against them. As it seems, they almost got full held, but they were able to swap to that Orisa tank, and that completely changed the momentum of Nimbani. Krusty Krushers able to cap with over a minute means that even if AI do somehow manage to push through Nimbani themselves, there will be an attack coming out from this Krusty Krusher squad. So guarantee yourself a second attack, depending on the time banks here. If that's first or second remains to be seen, or if you only need a tick, if AI can push through this whole thing, or if they get full held, just the same. So sticking to that Orisa is going to be a great boon for this defense, as it worked out so well for them on the offense. We'll see here if this Ana pick gets swapped, or if they're going to stick to Ana. I have been very adamant about this Ana, although I think there are some much better choices that could be made for this squad. Ana can be solid at times. Have to see here, though. Sojourn putting in quite a bit of work here. She has the most damage for her squad, at the very least. As you can see, Doomfist getting very low. He's probably going to drop here. Although he does get the Mercy before falling, so that is a good start for AI here. They're going to drop 2 members of Krusty Krushers. However, the Orisa still stands. Only going to have this Soldier and Sigma to deal with the Sojourn on the opposite side here. Can Soldier do it? Soldier going to diff the Soldier with his Sigma in front. Not enough healing coming out from this Moira to keep her up, and that is going to be the point. So Sigma and Soldier get the job done at the end there. Sigma very low on HP, but him and Soldier managed to get it done. So that is a first point take very quickly on AI's side. Very different from what we saw out of Krusty Krushers. Krusty Krushers almost not taking at all. But here we see AI setting a blistering pace. Anti comes through, however, can they get anything else out of this? They are going to find that Mercy, so trades slightly favoring AI here. They do have that spawn advantage, you got to remember. Sojourn coming out to face this Ramatra. That's probably a Ramatra. Oh, never mind. Okay. Sigma eating a lot of the damage there. Going to be able to take out that Sojourn, and his reinforcements are here. Zen. The Zen swap is huge here for AI. They do have that Zen on the board now. Gonna see a slow and methodical push here through Numbani. For AI here, they have been looking pretty strong this season. That triple tank composition has been working out quite well for them. Sigma gonna get out with his life, maybe. Nope, he does not quite make it. Roadhog getting in fairly deep here. See if he can get anything done. He does pop this ult. Mercy getting very low, though. Is able to dodge and weave through a bunch of damage. However, she eventually will fall to the Zen. Zen going to fall in retaliation, though, and Krusty Krushers are going to have the start of a hold going on the second point of Numbani. So, despite the pace of play changing quite a bit, Krusty Krushers able to hold on here, so they will continue their hopes on Numbani of a win. They had a very good offense after getting almost full held on first point. So now they give themselves a very solid chance to go up 1-0 in this series. Doomfist going to get in on the back line. Has a lot of attention from the side of Krusty Krushers. He's going to pop that Meteor Strike, get in there. Mercy, half HP. Here comes AI. They're going to cancel that ult immediately. Not going to let Mercy grab this res either. She's going to drop. AI do a good job of kiting out those support kills. And it does end now for the side of that Moira. Ramatra and Zen, I find it hard to believe that they won't get the job done against this Orisa. That is probably going to be the fight win. Very likely if this Orisa pushes in, she is just going to fall. And yes, she will. So Orisa's going to go down. AI going to push into the second point, more than likely. Well, no one's on the point at the moment, so we'll see about that one. Sigma going to get a lot of HP off of the damage he took, and Mercy going to fall to the Doom. So AI continues pushing this forward. Doomfist going to go down. Zen taking out the Roadhog. What? Doomfist? No. Sorry. Roadhog going to go down. Don't know why I said Doomfist. Very odd decision making from my mouth. Okay. Orisa Roadhog is very strong for Krusty Krushers, but AI are just methodically pushing through them. They are almost holding onto that Sigma ult, which could be a massive one. Rotation is a bit odd here from the side of Krusty Krushers. They are going to get the Soldier in a hook, but not going to finish him off, and he's going to kill their Mercy in retaliation. So not exactly the trade you want to see if you are Krusty Krushers. And suddenly, AI looking like they're going to push in with an even bigger time bank here. Bigger and better time bank than Krusty Krushers. Sojourn getting very low on the outside looking in. She could go down. She will go down. And some good work put in by the side of AI to get this push through near the finish. Mercy's going to fall before she can get that res. All that's left on point here for the side of Krusty Krushers is that Orisa and the Moira. Orisa getting very low, however, they're able to take out that Doom. Moira's going to drop, and the payload is going to push in here, so that... Oh, yep, Soldier will finish off that Sojourn. So eventually AI will get the job done, and they have a better time bank than the side of Krusty Krushers, so Krusty Krushers will be on offense first once again. AI giving themselves great opportunity to secure a 1-0. However, Krusty Krushers at the same time have been pretty strong here, so we'll see what support and what tank options are locked in. Could have a huge impact on this first Numbani matchup. Not too sure about this one. All right. So, great decisions here on both sides. We have the Zen versus the Orisa here on Numbani. So, gonna see the best opportunity we have for a full hold and a full push coming out from both sides. I think Zen probably the best option you have here for that support bot. And on the other end of things, Orisa probably one of, if not the best decisions you could have besides this Roadhog. Doomfist gonna feed a little bit here though. That's not a great sign at all for AI. Don't want to lose him first. Sojourn gonna take out the Zen, and this is looking like a good push to start here for Krusty Krushers. They are gonna be right in here, and I just know the power of that Sojourn. She is such a great hero. I did enjoy having her on my squad. It was just unfortunate the last couple seasons she hasn't been able to do much for me despite having her on my squad for so long. And for Krusty Krushers, she's already popping off, hasn't dropped a single map with her new squad. We'll see how she does here on Numbani though. AI is gonna have, oh Zen, what are you doing? Bit of a throw there by the Zen. Moira also gonna throw in retaliation though, so 1-for-1 trade coming out here. Doomfist going in a little bit deep. Probably a little deeper than you would like from that Doom. He is going to drop. We will see maybe one more fight here. Rom's probably going to die though. Did feed a little bit there. Sigma coming around, but he's not long for this world. Not exactly the most threatening piece on the side of AI. He will eventually just drop. And the payload will continue to move here. Doomfist going to fall. Sojourn looking for Ramatra. Not going to find him. Sojourn going to find Soldier 76. That is looking like it will be it. Krusty Krushers are probably going to secure this map as AI is very much struggling to hold them on defense. This is looking like maybe, just maybe, they might see a full push in overtime. This is almost unheard of in overbots. Doomfist coming in. He is going to get shredded. Oh, actually, so far he's fine. Now he's getting shredded. That will be the end of him. And this payload continues marching forward. Krusty Krushers just doing an excellent job here against AI. Keep themselves alive in this map. However, they almost C9. So Orisa does get back on this payload though. So they will take the second checkpoint. And they've done this all in overtime. This has got to feel brutal if you're on the side of AI. They are just getting absolutely handed an L right now. They do have a few ultimates online here. Krusty Krushers doing all they can to fend off this squad, but not quite enough. AI not quite doing enough here to stop Krusty Krushers' endless carnage. However, here comes the Ramatra ult. The Zen ultimate as well, so a lot of ults coming in to perform scrutiny on the side. Wow, so Mercy able to take out that Sigma. Suddenly, it is really looking possible. Oh, okay, but they are not going to get the full Numbani. as they eventually do shred through. But my, oh my, what a push for the time bank Krusty Krushers had. This is more than likely a 1-0 lead for Krusty Krushers. That was just such a well done effort. I don't think AI are going to be able to put on the same show here on offense. That was just a beautiful push. Didn't have much time to work with, but with that Orisa really able to force their way in. Quite a dominant performance here from Krusty Krushers, despite almost being full held the first time around. They swap off their Ramatra, go Orisa, and their misfortune turns into fortune as they begin to steamroll AI, and AI did have a very good offense against them, but gotta wonder if they can replicate that here. They do have that Zen again, who has been doing quite well for the most part. The Mercy Moira doing a very good job of keeping these two tanks alive, as well as that Sojourn, keeping her up and in the fight and assisted. So here we go. Yet another push we are going to see from AI. Second push coming through here. We'll see how this goes. See if AI goes down main. If they're going to have to win a few fights back to back to back. Doomfist immediately getting hooked in is not a good sign. He is going to drop. Zen going to go down next. And man, it's really looking like a Krusty Krushers first map victory here. Sojourn is going to deal with that ROM with the damage boost from the Mercy. This is looking like a rough one if you are AI. Of course, AI does not have any real fans or coaches in the Overbot League yet, at least. They are going up the left way. They did win last season, though. All right. Going in. Going to power block. Mercy going to get taken out of the Soldier. Ursa going to take down the Zen. Hog going to take Doom. Rom going to take Sojourn. So some trades going through, but not going to favor AI enough, and they are going to drop in this one. So only a couple more fights going to be able to come out for AI, and despite having some great success on their first offense, the second one has not been quite the show you want to see here, and Sigma is just going to further stagger himself out here. Going to result in a full, well, looks like we're going to invest actually, so even worse decision making here as AI continues to go in. They're going to get pushed out of this one. Doomfist going to get shredded. And this is looking like a full hold here on the second offense of AI. So, not able to replicate the success they saw in their first offense here. Gonna need to win this fight and pretty much every fight afterwards if they want a chance at Numbani, but Krusty Krushers firmly took control of this map after struggling on this first point themselves. They haven't given up that control quite yet. Oh, so a pick does come through here. However, Sojourn able to find one. Trades are currently favoring the side of Krusty Krushers. They're about to grab a res too. However, the Ramatra ult comes through. Is getting some value here. Oh, don't care about you, Asmongold, sorry. Oops. And that is, sorry to everyone, but it looks like they will eventually push through, so they do have one on cart. Can AI do the impossible is the real question here, as 3 of the members of Krusty Krushers do come back into this one. It is going to be a 3v3 on this cart. No one's touching, though. Okay, Doom is going to touch. Ursa finds that Zen. However, she's kind of isolated with her Moira over here. So Moira's going to drop. And AI looking to do the same thing that happened to them. Right back to Krusty Krushers if they can. However, they're not touching this point, and that will just be it. Krusty Krushers are going to take this map as AI decides to C9. So a great first map by Krusty Krushers. They looked like they were down and out on that first push, but quickly turned around on them Probably should have turned off my YouTube notifications, but you know, they're still there, so if we see any future ones, just try to ignore them with me. I'm going to try to delete them as quickly as I can, but they're still there. Black Forest Winter. We're going to see a death match here between AI and Krusty Krushers. Krusty Krushers currently lead the series 1-0. They're looking in fighting form. They have looked very strong in their first match of the season, and they're looking strong here in their second one as well. We'll see if AI can put something together, though, to stop this squad. Very lethal team to be up against. It's a common theme that the Roadhog team is usually a very strong one. Alright. Comes Roadhog Mercy. Roadhog gonna find that soldier immediately. Good start for him. He gets 2, so Krusty Krusher's already out ahead against AI here. And he's gonna find a third one. He's just getting damage boosted around the map as he caps fools. Roadhog having a time of his life. Going to find a 4th kill here. Soldier's gonna find 1, but man, it's already so heavily in favor of Krusty Krusher's. Mercy could get this res. Make it even more one-sided. Nope, she will get punched out. Roadhog gonna find that soldier, so I just realized Krusty Krushers did get a Sigma, so we have a Sigma mirror here. However, the way Krusty Krushers are navigating this map has been fully dominated by this Roadhog. Mercy gonna be dropped here, but only 2 kills so far on the side of AI. Krusty Krushers doing a great job to corral this AI squad. Soldier getting a pick. Soldier getting 2. Soldier popping off a little bit here. Bringing his squad back into this fight. Sigma able to find that soldier. So, gonna stop a bit of that rampage. Roadhog gonna get rezzed, and Krusty Krushers are just so strong here. With Rez plus Roadhog on Deathmatch, it's going to be very hard to beat Krusty Krushers in this game mode, as they can take kills away from you. Doomfist going to go down. Soldier going to get that Sojourn. Soldier doing his best here. Keep AI alive in this one. But the ultimate's just favoring Krusty Krushers here. Sigma going to tank up a whole lot of that damage. Mercy going down to half HP, but she is with her Roadhog. The huge Ramatra ult coming out, but not quite enough. Gonna find Sojourn and Mercy off that. Soldier actually gonna find this Moira too, so AI looking to come back into this one a little bit. Sigma probably just gonna get shredded by this soldier, as Sigma is pretty much useless on his own in overbots, as we know. Doomfist able to find that Roadhog, and suddenly it's only a 2-point lead. Can they get their res, though? They do res the Sigma, so that's going to take a kill back away. Mercy probably going to drop, though. Could serve just to get another kill here on the Sigma, so they will clean that up, and Krusty Krushers slowly losing this lead. AI coming back into this one. Doomfist going to fall, though, to this Roadhog. 12-14. So Roadhog and Sigma fight it out. Sojourn on the outside looking in. She will get dropped. Mercy's probably... Nope, she's not going to look for the res. So Krusty Krushers lead this one by 1. However, Ramatra getting on that Roadhog is going to finish him off. Mercy's going to res that Sojourn, so we'll take a kill away eventually. Doomfist's going to take a kill away from his own team as well, so losing 2 kills due to a res and a suicide's not exactly ideal here for the side of AI. However, they have some ultimates online here they might be able to use soon. Sigma all on his own is not exactly ideal against this full enemy team. And Krusty Krusher's just really coming away with this one. Doomfist going in deep. Can he get a punch off the map? It would be massive. Doomfist gonna punch himself off the map, though, so not quite as good as it could have been. Mercy not gonna be able to pick up that res. Soldier guarding that one. Soldier also looking for more kills on the outside. 4 kills separate these teams. Here comes a massive flux. However, Sigma gonna drop before he can slam it down. Soldier gonna go down here. Mercy gonna grab that res, erasing another kill from the side of AI, and Krusty Krushers are just very dominant on this deathmatch map. Looking to extend their lead to 2-0 here and take their second 3-0 of week 1. If they can, they are looking like a very good team. Ramatra is going to pop this ult again. See if he can get any value. No, he cannot. So Krusty Krushers just doing what they do best. They are a very dominant squad here in Overbots Season 3. So far, the Sigma not hindering them too much either. That is going to be a 29-25 score we see. Gonna see if Krusty Krushers can just continue to extend this. They only need 10 more to secure a 2-0 lead. I'm gonna drop here to the Mercy. There's only Soldier gonna go down. Doomfist alive and kicking on the outside looking in. He's gonna start pushing. Gonna drop here to this Roadhog. Here comes the Flux. It doesn't get anything, so very unfortunate here for AI. They are probably just going to drop this map. Only 4 kills needed for Krusty Krushers, so not exactly ideal on the side of AI. A res coming through and a Doomfist, another jump off the map. Will just erase 2 more kills. So a lot of kills just getting erased from AI's repertoire, and only 1 kill remaining. Ramatra is going to be the last to fall here. Very dominant second map from Krusty Krushers. They are already up 2-0 in the series. They only need 1 more, and they will sweep a rival in their division. Very valuable sweep against a team that just had a great showing against Moldy Milkers. Now we're truly starting to see the power of this squad. They are looking like a top contender this season already. 3-0ing the first 2 teams you go up against is a good sign, especially since this other team... Okay, we'll see if they can get a job done. We're going to go to Eichenwald, the Halloween variant. So, Adlis Burn. So this is where you are going to have to finish it if you're Krusty Krushers. You're already up 2-0 in the series. You had a very dominant Black Forest. Nimbani was fairly close between the 2 squads. However, that deathmatch, very one-sided. Have to see if AI can get something going here on Atlas Brune, or if it will just be the series in a 3-0 fashion with this double Roadhog composition. That is a brutal thing to look at here. Only our 3rd time seeing a double tank composition with 2 of the same tanks. Gonna be hard to deal with here. So we're gonna have that Moira mirror once again. Double Roadhog sounds terrible to deal with here. If you are on the side of AI, 1 Roadhog has been giving them enough troubles, as it were. It's going to be so much damage coming through. So we'll see how this first push goes. Krusty Krushers looking to close out their second 3-0 of the week. Not dropping a map. On the other side, AI looking to reverse this series around. Turn it in their favor if they can. Roadhog. Gonna fall fairly quickly here. Mercy gonna go for the res. If she grabs this, you're basically gonna have to fight 3 Roadhogs in 1 fight. And oh boy. They do grab the res, so... Even though they do, though, somehow, some way, AI is maintaining their hold on this point. So a great fight by AI, despite everything they had to deal with there. Moira doing a great job of keeping her 3 tanks alive. See if the 2 Roadhogs could potentially, I mean, there's a potential to see 3 Roadhogs in a match. If there's a tank. There's no tank bot on that side, though, so not possible in this match. Alright, so AI had a very great first hold. The Roadhogs trying to get as much value as they can here. Mercy getting very low. She's going to be the first to fall, so not an ideal first pick. Soldier able to take out that Moira too. Sojourn going to be able to trade out that Soldier, though, and that is a great pick for Sojourn. However, she's going to drop to the Sigma. Only Doomfist and Sigma against the two Hogs. That's going to be a rough fight if you are Sigma and Doom. Two Hogs just proving why they are such a powerful duo here. Going to be difficult to counteract that. Krusty Krushers getting that double Hog composition. It's going to be very difficult to deal with here. Gonna continue pushing this thing. Go into that underpass. Alright, here we go. Sigma coming in through the low ground. Immediately getting that tank to pop his ult. He's not really looking at anyone though, so not really using it to the best of his ability. Doom getting in deep onto this Roadhog is going to fall very fast. The Ramatra ult is massive, picking up at least 3 here, I'm assuming. Yep, it is going to pick 3. Only thing left here on the side of Krusty Krushers is this Roadhog. He's going to eventually fall to this Doomfist. Sigma working his way up to his ult, and man, Sigma really not doing a whole lot ever, but I'm surprised at how quickly he has built his ult in this matchup. Usually we don't see Sigma get his ult for a long time, so surprising to see him all the way at 99%. Here comes the ult. It does get the Mercy, but that's it. Gonna slam her into the ground. She's not gonna die to it though. Sojourn finding a pick on the opposite end. Getting 3 absolutely popping off here. Getting 2 Roadhog assists is so funny to me. And they will continue pushing forward. Support on the side of AI is going to swap to a Brig here. Quite able to find an answer for this double Roadhog shenanigans. Very lucky pickup here for Krusty Krushers, having 2 Roadhogs. Sounds like a miserable challenge to deal with. Gonna hook in that Doom. He is gonna drop. Here comes the Coalescence. It is going to help out this Mercy stay alive, and the Sojourn able to pick off that Brig first. Booping off the Soldier. Actually, he didn't even get booped. Okay, Rom did get booped though. Roadhogs working together, pushing through. Eichenwald looking very easy here for Krusty Krushers. This double Hog lineup. That will be the second checkpoint coming in here for the side of Krusty Krushers. They're going to be able to deal with this Soldier fairly quickly. Doomfist getting in very deep. Comes the Meteor Strike. Let's see where it goes. It's going to go right onto this Mercy. If he can finish this off, he won't be able to. As instead, he aggroes onto the Hog for some reason. So, Tank 1 and Roadhog working absolute wonders together here. With this double Roadhog composition, they are shredding through AI. See what they opt for on defense. Doomfist going in very deep. He is going to get annihilated by one of these Hogs, I think. Tank 1 is keeping the rest of the team off of them with that ult. Here comes the Rom ult, though. This could be massive. Not quite. So able to mostly kite out the duration. Sojourn being able to pick the Soldier off on the slide there, and it's looking like Krusty Krushers are going to be able to push through this one. Rom gonna go down, and Krusty Krushers gonna get it with a massive 2-minute, 22-second time bank. So this team hasn't yet dropped the map. They're looking very strong heading into week 2. Looking like they're probably going to pick up a 3-0 here against AI, a team that just 3-1'd Moldy Milkers. So we're getting a good glimpse at the position of Krusty Krushers here. They are looking like one of those top teams to look out for. They're at least better than 2 squads by a wide margin, so we'll have to see just how wide that margin is in future series. But this is a good look if you are a Krusty Krushers fan or coach. having that. So yeah, this is the first pick overall team, right? Krusty Krushers. Having that squad up against the last pick overall. However, the last pick overall team has already won a series against Moldy Milkers. It's looking very strong for you as Krusty Krushers. Gotta feel good about your odds at playoffs this season. In your division, you are currently beating up on a division rival. You only need to be better than one other division rival to get yourself a chance in that playoff. We haven't quite seen which teams match up best against each other yet either, so maybe this is one of those teams that you just give a run for their money, even though they're good. So getting 2 wins off of this team is going to mean a lot more than some other teams. We'll see, though. AI might not be as good as we thought they were. Okay, here comes AI. They do get that Mercy immediately. It's a great pick for them. The double hog is going to be maintained, though, on the side of Krusty Krusher, so you got to be very worried about that. Sojourn getting a pick here. This is looking like could just be a 3-0 here, especially with this double hog composition coming out once more from the side of Krusty Krusher. It's going to be very difficult to deal with this. Oops. Only going to see a few more pushes coming through for the side of AI. Ramatra going to fall down here. Soldier, by extension, going to feed in as well. Tank 1 cleaning up those kills. Gonna have to see a quick regroup from AI. They have been on the struggle bus against this Krusty Krusher squad with the double hog. It's just so oppressive to deal with. Doomfist gonna fall immediately. Brig going down next, and Soldier and Sigma looking like a full hold coming out here from Krusty Krushers. They're gonna win this 3-0 more than likely. And I mean, my team has already faced them. I don't have to face them at all unless I make playoffs this season. I would be very afraid to be in the same division as this squad. They look lethal. It's going to be hard to top this one. This AI are getting completely stifled here. Sojourn gonna dash out, but gonna find much value at all here. Doomfist gonna go down. Roadhogs, the Roadhogs are doing plenty of work. Here comes Tank 1's whole hog. However, he's getting very low. Moira's gonna keep him up though. Sojourn's gonna pop her ult as well. She's gonna peek this, shoot into a Sig shield a lot, as well as this give that Sig HP. So just looking like a full hold here as Tank 1 is absolutely popping off. Proving he is a top Roadhog. Both Roadhogs are looking dominant here. Let's look at their damage. Yep, so Roadhog out damaging Tank 1, but Tank 1 with more elims and less deaths. They are looking like a dominant duo. Double hog. AI are struggling severely with this comp. Here comes the Ramatra ultimate. This is their best chance at winning one. They do pick off 2 here, so you do have a chance for AI to make some sort of push here. Looks like they are going to start making one, so AI will eventually get the payload moving. So maybe they're not completely dead in the water yet, but it is going to be difficult to come back in this one. Brig gonna find that Moira at the end. I think there's one more hog over there. He should eventually fall. Yeah, he will. Okay. But the respawns for Krusty Krushers are a little bit split here, so we'll see if Sojourn and Mercy get staggered at all, or if they decide to regroup. It looks like they are going to go for the regroup here. Smart play. They will go for the regroup, so that is at least a good play from your Soja and Mercy for Krusty Krushers. They have a very good chance at 3-0ing this. Roadhog's coming behind. This is the team's Roadhog. Big slam coming in from Doom. Brig gonna fall. Comes the whole hog. Gonna finish off that Doomfist. Soldier gonna bring the Mercy down. And Roadhog going to bring that Soldier down, as well as the Sigma gonna fall to the Soj. The Krusty Krushers, man, they're just looking like a whole new beast this season. Going to be difficult to deal with this team. Gonna be a dominant force and get good this season, it seems. Hard to deal with. Here comes the whole hog. Roadhog hooking in that brick. However, he's not going to get much value. He's going to get hit by this ult. And he's going to get slammed into the ground. He is very low HP, but manages to live through his Moira orb. And it's looking like this might be where AI finally gets stifled. They are going to swap to Lucio here for their support bot. However, I don't know if that's going to be enough. And Ramatra getting punished by these hogs. Soldier gonna go down. Not looking ideal at all here if you are AI. Completely on the back foot. The Roadhog duo is lethal. And you gotta hope if you're playing against Krusty Krushers they don't get this. This is despicable. Roadhog is one of the top performers in Overbots. As we know in previous seasons, he has yet to claim a crown yet. But can't think of a stronger hero more deserving that doesn't have it already, other than maybe Reinhardt, who has yet to claim one as well. Sojourn able to find Lucio. This is looking like it's just gonna be it here. Oh, the Rommel is coming out though. This is one of the most impactful ults that we have seen from AI usually. However, it's not finding too much value here, and it looks like Krusty Krushers are just gonna do it. This is probably gonna be a 3-0. Soldier and Sigma, the last things alive here. But the Hog and Moira and Mercy are all still alive on the other side, and that will just be it. So, very dominant showing here from Krusty Krushers over AI. They are looking like a team to beat. Looking like a top contender this season. Mercy on a struggling team all last season, not finding a single map win. However, with this Roadhog at her side, as well as Moira and Sojourn, they have not yet lost. Actually, they're undefeated, 6-0 this week. Very good week for Krusty Krushers. On the other side, AI, you had a good matchup against Moldy Milkers, but here you got kind of diffed. Shows a very big disparity between these two squads. See how the season continues. After this one, I think, yeah, we'll go on to the next match after this one.